All right, people. So once again, the liberals, the Democrats, are trying to steal this election from Donald Trump. I mean, we've never seen anything like this. Where, I mean, remember when he got the nomination and he got 1237, and there was still talk of them denying him the nomination at the convention. I mean, that's never been heard of before. And then there was talk after he won the election of the electors not voting for Trump, even though he won it fair and square, something that's never talked about. And now there's talk of them challenging the election and having a recount. And that's ironic after everybody was saying, oh, you should accept the election result after election. That's what everybody was saying. Everybody was criticizing Trump supporters for saying that they wouldn't accept the election result if there was evidence. If this was a key point, we didn't say, oh, if he lost, we would question the result. We said if there was evidence of voter fraud, election theft, and Trump lost, we would question the election. But this is different because there is no evidence, no concrete evidence of voter fraud or election theft. Yet they want to question the election and have a recount. I mean, this is complete bullshit right here. All right. I mean, once again, they're trying to steal the election from Donald Trump after these hypocrites who again they're doing the exact thing that they criticized Trump supporters, and they said you're gonna do this if Trump loses, you're gonna do this the exact same thing we're doing right now. And it's funny, Jill Stein, who I had some respect for, is now questioning the election, and it's weird how she's only questioning the states that Hillary lost in. She's not questioning the states Trump barely lost in, like New Hampshire. She's just questioning Pennsylvania, Michigan, and Wisconsin. I mean, did she sell out to Hillary or something? I mean, this is crazy. They are still trying to steal the election. I mean, this is just fucking crazy. And I mean, how can you not look at what's been going on in the past fucking year and say that the establishment is not against Trump and support Trump? I mean, when the establishment who's been fucking us over for the past 15 years and beyond doesn't want him to be in there, I mean, that really tells you something. That tells you he's the opposite of the establishment, and that's what we need right now in this country. Because, like I said, George Bush and Obama have not done jack shit to make our country better. In fact, they've done quite the opposite. So, I mean, it's getting ridiculous. So Jill Stein raises like 2.5 or $3 million to have this fucking recount. I mean, now see this now they're fucking affecting our country because instead of worrying about appointing the right leaders in leadership roles, instead of doing that, the Trump administration has to worry about this whole fucking recount bullshit again, which is totally hypocritical. There's no evidence of voter fraud, and the whole thing with the recount is okay if you're going to have a recount, and the recount's different. That means you fucked up in the first place, counting the votes in the first place. Who's to say the recount wasn't fucked up either? And if you have a recount, the recount is just a chance to rig the election again. I mean, who's to say this recount's not going to be rigged? If there was any election theft too, it's on the side of the Democrats because who was the establishment in this election? Oh, Hillary Clinton was. Not Donald Trump. Donald Trump doesn't have any government ties. It's Hillary Clinton that does. So if there was going to be any election theft, it's going to be on the side of Hillary Clinton. With the dead people voting and shit like that, and also the illegal alien. You think the illegal aliens, these criminal aliens, are going to vote for Trump? Yeah, I'm sure Trump got millions of votes in illegal aliens. Now I'm sure Hillary, if there was a wide amount of illegals voting, I'm sure they voted in the name of Hillary Clinton. I mean, there's millions of illegal aliens here illegally. Who's to say? Let's say fucking a million of them voted. With these very loose voter ID laws. Who the fuck knows? They say it's 11 million. I mean, we've been stuck on that 11 million number for quite a while now. It's funny, the 11 million number never changes. So who knows how much it really is. So here we go again, just another chance another attempt at these fucking at the establishment trying to steal the election once again, even though Trump won fair and square. This is a fucking joke, people, and it just shows you how desperate they are. Again, they're doing things that we've never heard of to try to take Trump down, like the whole, having the electors vote the opposite of what the people voted in their state. Again, totally unheard of, and it's ridiculous. It's totally ridiculous. And now they're doing the whole recount thing, trying to steal the election once again. And I'm watching the young turds on YouTube, and I see Cenk Uygur, whatever the hell his name is, saying, "Oh, of course we should have a recount, just in case there was some, shenanigans, or they got it wrong." And I'm thinking, well, if there's no evidence of a recount of voter fraud, why have a recount? Again, the recount is just a chance for the Democrats to take over the recount and manipulate things. So then are we going to have a recount of the recount? I mean, this is ridiculous. It's just an attempt to steal the election from Trump, and I just said this once in the video, but I want to just reiterate the same point again. Now the Democrats aren't accepting, not all of them, but now many people are not accepting the election result. And this is ironic. They're trying, even though Trump won fair and square, even though he won by a lot. Oh, and one other thing too, the whole popular vote thing. I'm gonna do another video on this too, I think, but I don't know, I might not. But Hillary Clinton, it's like I was watching it on election day, and it's like, oh, most of the votes are in 95, 99% of the votes, and I'm looking at it, and it's like, oh, Hillary Clinton's up in the popular vote by 300,000 or 500,000. I'm like, okay. Then I look at it 2 weeks later, she's up 2 million. How'd she get that high? Where the fuck are these votes coming from? That she goes from like 500,000 when like 99% or the high 90%, high 90s in the percent of the votes are, into fucking 90 to fucking up 2 million. How does she gain 1.5 million when she has very little percent of the votes coming in? It's like, where the fuck is that coming from? But like I said, these liberals are such hypocrites that they were crying at us. Oh, you Trump supporters aren't going to accept the election result, and Trump's not going to accept the election result if he loses. But now it's the liberals crying about the Electoral College, saying that the Electoral College should vote for Hillary even though she lost, and that we should have a recount. It's sore losers right here. This is what I'm talking about. People can't even fucking live their lives, go to work, they need time off work and school. It just shows you how weak these people are and how manipulated by the mainstream media these people are. That they have to take time off of work and school in their daily lives because they didn't get their way. They didn't get the Wicked Witch of Wall Street in the White House. It's so pathetic. And they're doing the exact same thing they accused Trump supporters of doing when Trump lost. Well, too bad he didn't lose. So, I mean, it's really crazy. I mean, it really is the shit that they're trying to pull, and it just exposes their fraud and how they are such hypocrites. So, hopefully, this amounts to nothing. But I can't imagine them stealing it after all this. And, there's no way that they're going to steal it. Some people might try, but it's not going to happen. So, but the good news is Trump won. He's doing some, really good things. Maybe doing a few things I don't like, but I'm very glad he won. And we got to remember, even if he, makes a bad appointment, appoints a establishment Republican, just remember, just keep in mind what would have happened if Hillary got in office. So keep that in mind. But I mean, it's just this whole have a recount just in the states that Hillary lost. Have a recount. Oh, how convenient is that? How convenient is that? So again, once again, the Democrats are exposing themselves for the hypocrites they are. So there you go, people.